We got 1, 2, 3 different knives we're going to be checking out in this video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we've got a knife from Remet, one from Tactus, one from Sativian, which we haven't seen one here in the channel for a long time. So this should be a very interesting upload. Smash that like button. Let's go ahead and get started. There'll be links for all these down below in the description and pinned comments so you guys can check them out. And we're going to go ahead and just dive right in, right? This first Remet here is going to be a budget one. We'll go ahead and take a look. Do we have a hint? Yes, no. This one's going to be the Camel. It's a new model. It's going to be in green here. So let's take a look. We got the Remette Rhino, was one of their most popular budget models for a long time. This one here is the Camel. We'll take a look. Wiping cloth in the box right there. And, you know, that's pretty much it, right? Pretty forward unboxing, if you would. And then we've got the Camel here. All right, let's break it down here. We got exposed liner, sandwich construction, 2 standoffs back there. We've got green G10 on this one. I'm sure there's different colors available for different options. Opening hole here for deployment as well, and a back flipper that is nice and jimped. Deep pocket carry clip, and it's also reversible on the other side for lefties. Should be a good recipe here for a folding budget knife. And well, bam, right there is the deployment. Bada bing, bada boom. What are we looking at here, guys? We're looking at a sheep's foot blade. It's got a black coat on it. Do we know the steel? Steel anywhere? Yes, no. It doesn't say in the box, so future me double check. One thing is for sure though, it is pretty clean on the billboarding department, right? So you got the very nice, tastefully done Remet logo here in the pivot, and that is a captive pivot, right? T8 on the other side, and then no markings or anything on the blade at all. Flat grind on a sheep's foot blade, right? It's going to be pretty good for you. Utility cuts and drug cuts, right? A very great utilitarian blade. I am going to give it a nice little wipe here, right? Just to get some of these oils removed and whatnot. And then I'm going to have you guys take a closer look. I know you guys like for me to set it down. Like, Miguel, don't fidget around with the knife too much, fam. I got you, right? I know you guys want to take a closer look there, right? Check it out right here from this profile. There we go. I mean, look at this. Look where they hid. Look where they hid the D2. That is hilarious, right? D2 steel, the way they hid that on there. I mean, I got to give them kudos, right? Going the extra mile to keep the billboarding pretty clean. I definitely give them credit for that. Now, you know the ergos on this thing are going to be pretty amazing. Look at this. We can forward choke on it for more control of the blade. We got good jimping here, nice jimping zone there. We can hammer grip back here, right? With, again, my average size hands. We're able to get a full purchase, full grip, full 4-finger grip. We do have a plunge lock button lock, and that button does protrude out quite a bit there. However, it is actually not in the finger path, so that's good. Even on the left hand, I guess the only way for me to be anywhere close to the button will be the forward choke with my left hand. And even so, I guess, okay, it has to travel down quite a bit in order for it to disengage. So I would have to like try to disengage it on myself. And even then, like, I'm still not able to disengage it, right? I'm being intentional about being a dummy and disengaging it on myself. Like, I have to go so far down just to be able to disengage it. It's very unlikely. Now, what did I say? I'm not sure if I said plunge lock button lock earlier, but ladies and gentlemen, this is a button operated liner lock. Love to see it, right? By now, a lot of companies are implementing liner locks that are at the top with a button. So very similar to kind of like a compression lock from Spyderco, but with a button instead. Kizer and Vosteed have been doing pretty good with that. Remet has also been doing pretty nicely with that. They tend to also do it on the premium end where they do a button operated frame lock sometimes, where you could also disengage the knife. Very similar to here. Check this out. This is a liner. You could actually disengage the knife as a liner. Wow. Okay. I mean, this just took the experience with this knife to a whole other level, ladies and gentlemen. We can see the engagement here, right? About maybe like a 15-20% engagement. And decent access to the liner here, right? Pushing down into the left, easy to disengage. So we have at least 2 methods of disengaging this knife. Then we have the Spidey flick with the opening hole. We can thumb deploy as well. And then we got that back flipper. So, I mean, needless to say, it's going to be a very fidgety EDC knife for sure. And I do like the ability to be able to disengage it as a liner lock. That is pretty sweet. I wish more and more button operated liner locks did that, right? I got 2 right here on the table. Just for reference, this is the new Kizer drop bear. It is also a button operated liner lock, but it does not have that ability to disengage as a liner. So that's always nice. Same deal here with the new Porcupine G10 version, right? It is a button operated liner lock, but it does not have the ability to, you know, disengage it as a liner. So that's just my personal preference. That's just something that I can appreciate on a knife like this one here offers. Not that it's a deal breaker or anything, not that this is a superior method to lock a knife or anything like that. I'm just saying, given the option, right, I would rather have this implementation here where I can either disengage with the liner or with the button itself. That's just my take. Other than that, again, ergo's pretty good. Pocket clip, nice and comfortable. Solid 9.5 out of 10 there. It is reversible for lefties, so kudos on that. Got a little bar right here for my lanyard people. Clean lanyard solution. And just one body screw, right? It is a T8. All the hardware on the pocket clip is T8. Same thing with the filler tab. I mean, there's just a lot going on here. There's quite a lot to like on the new Camel. I'm digging the design quite a bit. What do you guys think about it? Absolutely let me know. Let's definitely talk about the Camel in the comment section. But let's go ahead and keep moving forward. We got this next one here. Okay, this one's going to be a Tactus. We recently looked at another model here. I believe this one is the aluminum version. So it comes in this box, just a knife, right? Nothing else, just very straightforward. Here is the Strike, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll take a look because this one is also a button operated liner lock. So for starters, right, we got the aluminum on the handles. We got the sort of carbon fiber looking inlays there. We got the button here for the liner lock. Nice green aluminum backspacer with the thumb studs. Looking good. We got 14C 28N steel on the blade. We'll check that out. And we got deep pocket carry wire clip. Not reversible for some reason, so that would be my one piece of feedback right there, just making that pocket clip reversible. But, well, bam, there is the blade. A very unique geometry, right, to say the least. It's going to have a satin finish here. But we're certainly looking at a flat grind, and then you've got a very pokey tip there for sure. This is a sheep's foot tanto, tanto sheep's foot, reverse forward tanto. What are we classifying this? Let me know in the comments. Definitely pretty neat. We got a little bit of a switch here for personality towards the front. And of course, we got the action here with the button operated liner lock. So, right, similar to what we said earlier about the Camel here, this one can be disengaged as a liner. This one is going to be a button only liner lock. So you can disengage it as a liner. You would just use the button itself. Something pretty neat about the button here is that you can see the coil spring from the outside here. It's got a whole coil spring going on there for the liner locking mechanism. Right, we got nested liners here that are nice and milled here for weight reduction as well. And thumb deployment is going to be pretty solid. Reverse flicking is pretty good too. The great thing about these is they're going to be super affordable. The price on them is just almost a no-brainer for what you're getting. That front flipper, also pretty good. Very nice and well-tuned. Kind of unicorn style front flipper. So we're looking at least 4 different deployment methods. We got a captive pivot here on the show side. We can see the Tactus little logo there. And then we got big hardware on the pivot. On the body screws, it looks like the pocket clip is going to be a T6. Everything else is looking like a T8. Lanyard solution back there. Now, I had the chance to check out the other variant here in the channel recently. I was trying to find it here so I could showcase them both side by side, but for some reason it has despawned from my table, so it's probably going to spawn back in at some point. It's actually that carbon fiber layer on G10 handles, and that one had purple thumb studs and a purple backspacer, I want to say. So that's also an option. You could go the aluminum with inlays route, or you can go the whole carbon fiber layer on G10 handle route. Now, the ergos, pretty solid. Full 4-finger grip. You can forward choke a tad bit if you wanted to as well. Get more control of the blade. It's going to be a very, again, piercing tip there, and these come very nice and sharp out of the box, without a doubt. So, I mean, you're looking at a budget knife here that is not going to break the bank in any way, shape, or form. It's got good action, good solid build. Absolutely one you should definitely check out. The Strike from Tactis Knives. Looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and move on to the last and final one. We'll have the Tactus here do the honors on this Sitivien knife. We'll check to see what details we have. We're looking at the Sitivien ST270 Folding Knife M390, I'm assuming. It gets cut off. It says Hiking Survival Silver. All right, these are always the most generic names out there. So that's why I like to poke fun of them. We got a very nice big size zipper pouch here. And ooh, here we go. We got a wiping cloth. I gotta say, this is a very generic wiping cloth. It's not branded, so I'm not necessarily impressed with that. This is not a deal breaker in any way, it's just an observation based on experience with other brands. But here is the knife. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, shall we? So let's take a look at what the ST270 is all about. I always have feedback for brands when they do the soup letters instead of actual creative model numbers. or at least something you can remember, right? Like the Sitivien Elementum, Korshaw Leak, Vosteed Raccoon, you get the idea. But here we go. We got titanium bolsters here. We have steel liners, and these are exposed liners. Shredded carbon fiber inlays to go along with those titanium bolsters. We have a titanium pocket clip, and it looks like a titanium backspacer here. I'm only getting pull from the liners themselves. Lanyard solution back there for my lanyard people. Front flipper, and we have an opening hole here for deployment. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Fail. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Holy macaroni, check this out. I was certainly not expecting that type of geometry to come out of there. I thought it would be a more belly-focused blade, but man, we have, what in the cookery style blade do we have here? We have a recurve portion with a little bit of belly here towards the front. We have a harpoon situation going on there as well. A little harpoon area. Bee-blasted finish, contrasted by like a horizontal hand rub finish, it looks like, on the flat areas. That's a nice, interesting touch. It's going to be a little bit heavy on the billboarding side, I'll tell you that. You know, they got the ST Sativian logo, is pretty prominent on there. And then to my point from earlier about a creative name, I guess I'll make sure you don't forget, because they got the ST270 printed pretty big on there, M390 steel, so it's a little bit on the, you know, heavy billboarding end of things. It is going to be a liner lock with no access from the show side, but nice and spread enough so you can push down into the left and disengage. That's not too bad, and that engagement is going to be about a 25 to 30% engagement or so. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and check out the drop shot. All right, it's going to be a little bit of a shake shutter on the drop. Spidey flick. Now, it just requires for you to give it the beans, because we do have a pretty decent detent on here, I want to say. Oh, yeah. That is definitely a pretty, you know, a little bit on the stronger side of detents, if anything. Front flipper. Okay. Got good tension right there. It's actually located, right? The front flipper is actually almost aligned with the pivot itself. Gonna do different reach around front flipper methods here. Side of the index finger. There we go. And in case you're wondering, can you thumb deploy it? The answer is yes, you absolutely can. Now, I'm noticing you got this handle that kind of curves down a little bit. It's gonna make for some pretty good ergos. Thumb right here behind the harpoon. All right, that feels nice and solid. This is a hammer grip. You got a little finger choke here you can also use to forward choke a tad bit. Flat grind, again, you got that recurve, which is going to trap material as you're cutting. You can also leverage that little belly portion to do some tabletop cutting and whatnot with it as well. Not as tall, and again, I picture it being more like a belly-oriented blade, but this was pretty surprising here with the recurve portion, to say the least. Got a little pivot anodization, little color going on there. That's looking good, a little pop of color. And it's got some, you know, a very interesting profile. I mean, I haven't checked out a knife like this in a minute. Definitely unlike anything I've seen here recently, at least the last 6 months or so. You guys are probably going to want to take a closer look. Check that out. Look at the way the handle comes down on here, right? Got this little portion back there on the handle. You got some good curves right here. This feels good on hand. Again, you can forward choke if you wanted to, or do the hammer grip. Still able to get a full purchase with my average size hands, so you should be good. Right, a little pinch grip situation like this. That also works pretty nicely, right? Do some tip work if you wanted to. Looks like you could do utility cuts, right, and draw cuts as well without having to like bend the wrist all that much. So that's also nice. And as far as that blade, oh, that feels pretty toothy right there as far as a blade goes. Pocket clip is going to be about this much deep carry, and it's not going to be reversible on the other side, right? Something to keep in mind there. You actually see a lot of the blade here outside of the handle, which is kind of an interesting odd choice, because then you have probably this portion here of the handle where, you know, there's no blade there. So I don't know how they kind of worked that out. Maybe if the design could have maybe allowed for the blade to be tucked into the handle a tad bit more. I mean, I'm just being picky at this point. It is a very unique design for what it is, so I definitely give them kudos there. You got about maybe 50-60% of the blade right outside of the handle. Just an observation. Captive pivot, and it looks like we have TA hardware all around, which is nice. I'm getting no pull for the hardware, which is nice. Now we do have a stop pin right here on the close position. That's not going to be anywhere close to where the beginning of the edge is. Actually, somewhere around here where my nail is, right? And that's where the edge is at. And that's also the same pin that's going to help hold the blade in place on the open position, right? The blade is going to hit there, and then lock with the liner on the opposite end. We do have only a tad bit of milling on the inside for weight reduction, only on the non-liner side, and we do have, you know, the outside carbon fiber, which definitely helps with the weight reduction quite a bit. Doesn't feel like a very heavy knife, doesn't feel like a very light knife. It's just a good balance, right? Good in between. I mean, you guys let me know your thoughts on this one, right? For sure. What do you think about it? What does it resemble anything that you can think of? Have you seen a knife similar to this in the past? Let me know. I'm curious for you guys to share in the comments. And let's just go ahead and check it out here next to the other two that we looked at together here. So we got the Sativian ST270. We also looked at a new variant of the Tactis Strike right there on aluminum. That was pretty sweet. And we looked at the budget camel here from Remette Knives. It's a button operated liner lock, which you can disengage as a liner and also as a button lock itself with some really good ergos for everyday carry. Let me know your thoughts on these three, guys. What do you like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Shout out to these brands for sending these in for me to check out and share with you guys. Links to all these will be in the description and pinned comments. It does help out the channel when you use those links. That's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.